Alright, Shalom, y'all. Want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And Shalom to the real sisters out there. Alright, today I want to do a continuation of that live because Esau ended my live again, and I didn't even turn off my phone or nothing. Go on. I just paused it for a long period of time. But to be honest, it really wasn't that long. Esau was just mad. He wants to shut down the truth. Hey, hold on, y'all. All right, I had to fix something real quick, but just gonna leave it like that. But yeah, I was at Isaiah 63:1. Who is that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? That is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak, I that speak in righteousness and mighty to save. Verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? Verse 3. I have tread in the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon all my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. Verse 5. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to behold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it beheld me. Verse 6. I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. Verse 7. I will mention the loving kindness of Yahweh and the praises of Yahweh, according to all that Yahweh had bestowed upon us, which he had, and the great goodness toward the house of Israel, which he had bestowed on them according to his mercies, and according to the multitude of his loving kindness. Verse 9. For he said, surely they are my people, children that will not lie, so he was their savior. Verse 9. In all their affliction he was afflicted, and the angel of his presence saved him, and in love and his pity he redeemed him, and he bared them, and carried them in all the days of old. Yeah. Cause Yahweh Shai, that was Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai is coming back to pay these devils, to recompense these devils. Yahweh Shai is coming back to recompense these devils for all that they have done. And one way he's going to recompense them, we're going to pay them back, is let me get that precept. And it shall come down upon Idumea. I was trying to look up that scripture and it gave me this one, but it's all good. Isaiah 34:5. Yeah, that's a good scripture too, though, because this is one way he's going to pay them back. Isaiah 34:5. And hey, that's how Yahweh, the Most High Yahweh, is going to pay back Esau. Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Verse 6. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh had a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, which is Esau, Edom. There was a bug out on a comment board of a GMS brother. I don't know if he was an elder, or he was a regular brother. Could have just been a regular brother. And he was saying that Idumea, was not the same thing as Edom. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, based on off of some historical document that he says proves that and shit. Idumea was Rome, and then Esau invaded and shit. But Idumea is the same thing as Edom. It's a Greek way of saying Edom. And this dealt and hey, it's a bug out doctrine that it's a bug out it's a bug out doctrine that come out of the woodworks every day. Every day a bug out comes up with new shit. Gets bugged out. A bug out gets bugged out over something every day. That's just part of the walk. But I gotta address that. Every and we gotta like contend for the gospel. Against these bug outs, spreading disinformation about the gospel. And so yeah, Idumea is the same thing as Edom. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same word. It's just Greek for Edom. That's all it is. It's like y'all have an affliction. It's just Greek for Edom. Basra was the capital city of Edom. Basra was like basically like DC today, the capital city of Edom, the land of Edom at that time, because this is the modern day land of Edom. Back then, it was in the land. It was in the actual land that was given to Esau. So yeah, Idumea is Edom for you bug outs out there that think that Idumea is not Edom. Because hey, you got them. Verse 7, hey, it's true. Verse 7, and the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks shall with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. Yeah. I'm going to keep reading down because it describes the nuclear destruction of this place. Verse 8, For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Verse 9, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch. Hold on. And the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. Verse 10, it shall not be quenched, night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste, none shall pass through it forever and ever. So there you go. Like that's the destiny. That's the that's the final destination of this place, and of you modern day Edomains, you Edomites, as well as those of y'all who are joined to this place, you 2/3 niggas, you 2/3 so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and you speckled birds who go back to those people on your dad's side, somewhere down your father's bloodline. But you may know it or you may not know it. You don't know it, but you go back to them, and your spirit, the way you move bears witness of that. As well as if you the elect, you gotta be Yasharala, and only the elect are gonna understand this word. So if you understand, you get our message, Salaki. You get our message. If you get, yeah, if you understand this truth, it doesn't matter if you look like another nation. Like if you don't look so-called black, Latino, or Native American, it doesn't matter. Or don't identify as one, because you was taught growing up that you was another nation because you look like that other nation. Doesn't matter. Like you look like so-called Chinese, so-called Arab, so-called East Indian, so-called Pacific Islander, or yeah, so-called a Polynesian or whatever, or so-called Australian Aborigines, so-called African, etc., etc., etc. A so-called white man. You look like a ish, 1948er. You get this truth. You understand this truth. If you understand this truth, like you're Yasharala. Like if you can get this truth, you're Yasharala, because the truth was only given. This truth was only given to Yasharala. The Most High Yahweh don't deal with these other nations, and that's in Psalms. That's in Psalms. Let me get it. Psalms 140. Hold on. 147, I believe. Yeah. Psalm 147. 19. He showed this word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. He had not dealt so with any other nation. With any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. So if you get this, yeah, you're if you're able to comprehend this truth, you're Yasharala, man. Like you could be as pale as a fucking hey, you could be as pale as the fucking Rothschilds, man. But if you get this shit, Salakia, it ain't shit. Salakia. Just the way I talk, it comes out sometimes. If you get this truth, you're Yasharala, man. Daniel 12:10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And these devils are children of fools, they ain't wise. So what does that tell you? If you can understand this, you're a fucking Israelite, man. And he don't deal with Esau or these other heathen nations. Like, for real. They're not created for that purpose. Yeah, Job 30 and Job 30, chapter 30 talk about Esau, the cave people. Job 30 and yeah. Yeah, Job 30 and 8. They were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth, so they're children of fools. So how can you be be Esau if you get this truth? Because it say none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. You're Israel. And Slakia. And hold on. Psalms. I'm trying to find this Psalms where it talks about, for I was envious at the foolish. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Oh, also this Psalm 53:1. The fool saith in his heart, there is no power. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. Yeah, and that's Esau is the biggest atheistic people. They're the biggest people will be atheists. They're the biggest atheists in Moab. But you also have 2/3 of our people that have followed the ways of Esau and Moab. And so you have atheists that are Jakes as well. But only because they learned from Esau or Moab or both. Yeah, let me get that precept, envious at the foolish. At the foolish. There you go. Psalm 73:3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Verse 4. For there are no bands in their debt, but their strength is firm. Verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Verse 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a garment, violence covered them as a compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. Verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than the heart, for wit could wish. Verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression, they speak loftily. Verse 9, they set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue against walking throughout the earth. So basically, they're okay, not only that, but they're also under the curses. So, they're also not under the curses. Esau, because the curses wasn't given to these other nations, including Esau, Edom. The curses were given as punishments for us breaking the law. So if you under the curses, that's another sign. Especially if you've been under the curses and also your whole family has been under the curses as well. Like you suffering the curses along with Jake and you have been, and you're more than likely Yasharala, and then you can get this truth on top of that. You can understand this truth. Yeah, you're Yasharala. So it doesn't matter, like the outward appearance don't matter. The Most High Yahweh don't look on the outward appearance. That's something that was taught to us really by Esau. Really, Esau taught us to look at the outward appearance. Esau actually taught you that your outward appearance is what makes your race, which is bullshit. I cover that real quick. Look not on the outward appearance, 1 Samuel 16:7. That's been trending too. Israelite foreigners has been trending again. Because people was talking shit to Apostle Tahar about whenever he said Tom Brady is an Israelite. Because they look upon the outward appearance, but the Most High Yahweh don't, and neither do his men. 1 Samuel 16, 1 Samuel 16 and 7. But Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I refused him. For Yahweh seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but Yahweh looketh on the heart. So there you go. There you go, because men are carnal. Men are carnal. The Most High Yahweh is spiritual, and Esau is the most carnal. Esau was the most carnal out of all the heathens. Out of Esau taught Jake to be carnal. Taught you to look down on your brother because of how he looked. That's Esau. That's what that devil did. I'll be back. Hold on. Shalom, shalom, I'm back. All right, I'm basically gonna start off where I left off. I'm gonna start off. Yeah. I was going into how the Most High Yahweh don't look on the outward appearance. You look on the heart, which you look at that word. That's lab. That word in for heart, there's lab, which that word means mind. Really, your soul is connected to your mind. That's why the Greek word, that's why the study of the mind is called psychiatry. Well, one study, others called the study of behavior called psychology. I psychiatry the one that give you them drugs, them pharmacia. Psychology is the one that study, it is something different, but they both involve the mind, right? And psyche go means soul, so connect the dots. Basically, your mind is connected to your soul. Basically, yeah, he looks at the soul because the soul of an Israelite, you know, an Israelite is gonna have the soul of an Israelite, whether he look like an Edomite, Moabite, whether he look like an Ammonite, whether he look like, etc. Right? He's gonna have the soul of an Israelite. He goes back to when he's gonna have the soul of an Israelite. Like that's the way it is. You don't change you don't change nationalities basically. And let me get a precept in Corinthians that shows you that basically that the soul of Israelite is always going to have the soul of an Israelite. Let me get it. 1 Corinthians 15 and 36, 35, but some man will say, well, verse 36, thou fool, that which thou sowest is not quicken except it die. Verse 37, and that which thou sowest not that body that shall be, but bear grain, it may chance to wheat or some other grain. Verse 38, but Yahweh had given a body as it had pleased him, and to every seed his own body. So every seed his own body. And also the spirit, man, is is talking about the spirit as well, because the spirit will also the seed, right? The seed, the like your father's seed is gonna be put. Okay, okay. Basically, it's an analogy, man, because he was talking about, as Paul was talking about the dead being raised up. That's verse 35. But that's why it says in verse 35. But some man will say, "How are the dead raised up? And with what body do they come?" Like, yeah, he was talking about that. Like, how the dead gonna be raised up? And then he goes into it. Thou fool, that which sowest is not quickened except to die. Yeah, verse 37, and that which thou sowest not, the body that shall be but bare grain, it may chance of wheat or some other grain, because that seed, when you put your seed in that woman, man, like that's a whole other body that come out. The sperm gets fertilized by the egg, and the egg and that sperm that's fertilized, it grow, it's fucking, it grow in her womb and shit, and it's a whole other body. It become a whole other body, like not yours, but another body, and then three, 3 or 4 generations after, that's you coming back. It's you coming back, and so that's that same soul coming back over and over and over, and you don't change, you don't become another nationality or whatever. but bare grain it may chance the wheat or some other grain. Yeah, it may chance the wheat or some other grain. Yeah, depending on like basically what seed you're sowing, like for real. To every seed, yeah, verse 38, but I'll give it to the body that pleased him to every seed his own body. Yeah. Basically, you come back. When you come back, like you're not gonna come back being a whole other nationality, man. That's madness. Hey, even numbers, hey, numbers two and I think numbers two, numbers 118, like kind of show you that even before numbers two. Numbers 118 on down, they're numbered by the house of their father. So if you get it, like you get it. If you can't, they Numbers 118, they assembled all the congregation together on their first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So there you go. By the house of their fathers, going all the way back to, the original 12 sons of Israel. And why was they numbered by the house of their fathers? Because that's what matters right there, man. That's what like determines your tribe and everything. New genealogies is always by your father. So, and you get the picture though. You get the picture. And why? Because that's the spirit of Israelites gonna be spirit of the Israelite. Spirit of the Edomite's gonna be spirit of the Edomite. Etc. 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 Even the individual 12 tribes, for the most part, you're going to remain that. I say for the most part because, like, you could change, that could change, but you're still Yasharala. You can't change from Israelite to Edomite or Edomite to Israelite or to any other nation. So, yeah, you get the point. You get the point. Like, skin color is not what determines your race. The landmass you was born in, or that your recent ancestors were born in, does not determine your race. None of that determines your race. And since we don't have our genealogy, we don't have our full genealogy, like going all the way back to someone who could actually trace their ancestry all the way back to one of the 12 sons of Israel. Since we don't have that, let me get that precept. They weren't. That's since we don't have that. Like we're not supposed to pay attention. We're not supposed to go into endless genealogies. Timothy 1, 1 Timothy 1:4. Neither give heed to fables and in the endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith do so. So do. Also, let me get this one right here. 1 Timothy 20, 1 Timothy 6 and 20. O Timothy, keep thy that which is committed to thy trust. Avoiding profane and vain babblings and opposition to science falsely so called. Yeah. Because they'll take your DNA and they'll say, see, you're not Israelite. You're half African, half West African, half East African, half Arab, half like, or they'll say Middle Eastern, or half European, Western European, half. Well, they'll say part or part Eastern European, part Western European, part so-called Latino, part so-called Native, part like shit, like part Asian. You're like a whole fucking pie chart. Part Pacific Islander, you. So, yeah, you're a whole pie chart, man. Yes, like it for that interruption, but yeah, the Esau will tell you you're a whole pie chart and shit. If you trust him, if you trust his science falsely so called, but all these DNA tests is doing is basically tracing your DNA, your father's seed line, like where it has been. Like if your father's seed line was in Europe during most of its existence or during its recent existence, then it's gonna show you as being like this this much European, like mostly European and shit. But that's not where it originated. It just wasn't your most recent paternal ancestors for a very long time resided in Europe. That's all that means, or in Africa or wherever, man. Then that's what it would tell you. It's not accurate. I believe that they took the DNA that someone gave them a DNA from a dog, and they was able to trace it back. Like what the fuck? Because it's a fucking scam, really. They're not telling you shit. They're lying to you. Because your DNA, they're just telling you where your paternal DNA was. Like that's all. They ain't telling you. They ain't really telling you shit. Yeah. So yeah, avoid those vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called. This is exactly what that is. Yeah. So yeah, I had to address that. I had to address that because it's been trending in Israel. You know, really, it's the spirit. The spirit bears witness, right? The spirit bears witness. It's really that. I had to go into that. Ah, shit. All right, hold on. Let me get I got an article that I'm gonna go into, but let me hold on. What the fuck? Jake is through. Why the fuck would you? Why the fuck? Jake is fucking through, man. People are foolish, man. Gorilla Glue challenge sends Louisiana man Lynn Martin to the ER. A Louisiana man who thought Gorilla Glue girl Tessica Brown was lying ended up in the emergency room himself after he applied the powerful adhesive to his lip. Lynn Martin, 37, said he tried out the Gorilla Glue challenge for himself after Brown to prove that it was not as serious as he was trying to make it, quote unquote. News station WKBN reported. I thought she was just playing around because I didn't think it was that serious, Martin told the outlet. I actually tried it, quote unquote. I actually tried it out before and it actually didn't do anything for me. So I was like, okay, she's lying. And there are all these challenges going on. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. And it went backwards, quote unquote. The aspiring rapper filmed himself gluing a red adhesive clip cup to his upper lip, quote unquote. I thought I could lick it off, kind of to moisten it and pull it right off, but that didn't work. He ended up in the emergency room when a doctor performed a painful peeling, quote unquote. This is definitely not one to try. Let's just stop this now. It's very harmful, quote unquote. Martin said, like, the fuck? What the fuck? No shit. Martin previously made headlines for participating in the ice cream challenge, in which he licked a cart, Slacky licked a carton at the supermarket and put it back. But he denied that he pulled the latest stunt for attention. "Quote unquote, I would never I would never want to stick no Gorilla Glue to my lip and have it stuck there and go through all the situations I had to go through," quote unquote, Martin said. The fuck? "Quote unquote, I didn't think it would go this far. You got Valentine's Day. Ah, shit, another Folly Day. V-Day, right? Coming up. I can't even kiss my lip," quote unquote, he continued. Martin's stunt comes after Brown, who's also from Louisiana, had her hair stuck solid for a month after using the glue as hairspray. After trying home remedies, she went to St. Parish Hospital in Chalmette, where health workers tried using little acetone packs, quote unquote. Brown has since raised more than 20,000 go in GoFundMe for help getting out of her sticky situation, and reportedly has flown to California for treatment from plastic surgeon Dr. Michael Obang. Fucking Jake. Man, it's like fucking Jake, man. Our people are sottish children. Like, how the fuck? You saw what happened to that chick. What? Like, that's a fucking lie, man. Like, dude has a history of participating in these challenges. You know, these challenges, man, they're for the mentally challenged, for real. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck? Why the fuck would you put Gorilla Glue in your fucking lip? Why the fuck would you put that shit in your hair or your lip or anywhere like in your body and shit. Like that's the most powerful adhesive known to man. Hey, just like why the fuck would you trust this damn devil? Like what the fuck is your problem, man? The fuck is going on up there? Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. And also, let me get this one, because seeing these jakes fucking follow after these these dumb challenges, right? Like they'll do these challenges. They'll do these challenges, but they won't do the law of Moses challenge, right? They won't do that. But they'll do these challenges that are for the mentally challenged, for real. Luke 18 and Luke 16 and 8. Our people, 2/3 are fucking through, for real. Luke 16 and 8. They through, man. They through, man. And it's something about Jakes from Louisiana, man. There's something about Jakes from Louisiana. They're like no offense to you Akim that are out there in Louisiana. Y'all are some solid Akim, Not talking about the Akim, talking about you 2/3. 2/3 that are out there in Louisiana, y'all got a solid spirit on y'all for real. And y'all are a perfect illustration of Luke 16 and 8 also. And the Lord commended the unjust steward because he had done wisely, for the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. Yeah, the children of this world, children of Esau, because the prince and the prince, hey, the God of this world is who? Esau. So the children of this world, Esau, right? Firstly speaking of them, and then after that, the heathens. You 2/3, y'all really the children of light trying to be the children of this world. But Yasharallah is the children of light, you know. Yasharallah as a nation of people are the children of light. You 2/3, of course, you're like your father the devil, because you follow Esau, man. That's something else. Like you trust your enemies too. Like you willingly trust your enemies, which have proven to fucking hate you. They proved that they hate you. They showed you that they hate you and they're not trustworthy, and you still trust them. And you cuss us out, man. You trust them and you cuss us out. Like you do 2/3. Y'all have like I said, y'all have a solid spirit on you. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. But you 2/3, man. And you Jakes from down south, especially you Jakes from Louisiana. Especially you Jake, you 2/3 niggas out Louisiana. Y'all have like a special solid spirit on y'all. Like you had a little boozy come out of Louisiana. He talk about, well, he cussed out the Most High Yahweh over some pork. Like the fuck? I'ma eat. He literally cussed out the Most High Yahweh over pork after being delivered from the Most High by the Most High Yahweh from prison. He cussed him out like this nigga. On it's 344, Kala Yalba Shimi outside, which means it's 144 out in Cali. Those are all signs. But yeah, you 2/3, you 2/3, especially you 2/3 out there in Louisiana, man. Got a special sorry spirit on y'all. And that's why Louisiana was getting. Hey, that's why Louisiana been getting jacked up. Y'all been hurt. Y'all been getting. Yeah, y'all got jacked up all hurricane season. Almost every hurricane that formed fucking hit Louisiana. Most of the hurricanes that hit Babylon fucking hit Louisiana. Yeah, y'all got jacked up and for a good reason, man. Y'all the same type to trust Esau. Y'all trust Esau. You trust Esau. You love eating your pork shrimp, pork shrimp, slakia. I misspoke. Pork crab, shrimp, and lobster. Y'all love that shit, and your crawfish can't get enough of it. You love it so much you cuss the Most High out. And y'all out there putting Gorilla Glue on yourselves, man. Y'all out there putting Gorilla Glue in your hair, fucking Gorilla Glue on your lip. I just read an article of some Jake out of Louisiana, some pork crab, shrimp and lobster abomination eating nigga out of Louisiana. Abomination loving nigga out of Louisiana. Put Gorilla Glue on his fucking lip because he thought that what happened to that Eve that put that shit in her hair like wasn't that big of a deal. He thought it was hyped up. She had to go to the hospital and everything, and he thought it was hyped up. So he put that shit on his lip, you know. Like, and he's the type to try these challenges because he did the ice cream challenge, right? Because he did the ice cream challenge where he licked a carton of ice cream. Like, bruh, that's a lot of you Jakes are into, but it doesn't surprise me that a 2/3 nigga out of Louisiana he did some shit like that. Cause y'all have a special Scottish spirit on y'all for real. Cause what the fuck, man? And y'all gonna continue to get jacked up. Cause y'all don't learn like it. Y'all don't learn. For real. But yeah, that's a story I found on here. And no disrespect to the Akim out there in Louisiana. They real solid Akim. Well, the 2/3, of course the 2/3 are gonna be the 2/3. But you have Salakia. You have different types of 2/3 in different places of Babylon. Like 2/3 out in fucking Cali they're different than 2/3 in Louisiana, for example. Like they have a different spirit on them. They're both 2/3, but they have a different spirit on them. Like it's different. It's different. Basically different sins that y'all are different 2/3 are big on. Like, yeah, Cali In Cali, you definitely have it's definitely sodomy and adultery is big out there. Big out. I mean, it's big all over Babylon, but in some places it's even bigger. In the south, you have a lot of Jakes who are Sambos and shit, and hate their own people because of skin color. You know, Cali, you have that. You have Jakes that look have the evil eye towards their brother, mainly because of sets, the different hoods they repping and shit. That's what you have in Cali. You have that in Chicago. Yeah, that kind of in the East Coast too, kind of. And also, you have some friction between the Northern and Southern Kingdom, but not as much. In Louisiana, it's the in the areas close by, it's the abominable foods. That's what you 2/3 out there in Louisiana. You niggas out in Louisiana, man, y'all big on the abominable foods. And also on just being sottish when it comes to shit like that. Different challenges and shit. Also being proud, like Lil Boozy. But being proud about something dumb, something petty, like pork. Something that you shouldn't be proud of, so proud that you diss the most high. Like y'all especially about them abominable foods down there. And that's most high Yahweh gonna deal with y'all for that. Isaiah 66 and 17, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and no abomination in the mouth shall be consumed together. Kind of like y'all gonna be consumed together. Salaki, I'm doing with the fictions. Yeah. But yeah, 2/3. Hey, another example of how 2/3 are completely through is that they'll follow these challenges, but not the challenge of they won't try to get right. They won't try to get right and follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and you know, hey, you know, get the name right. How about that? They won't get the name right, which is needed for salvation. Yeah, but just another example of that. And also, hey, you know, also winter 2021 is not over yet. Winter 2021 is not over that yet, and it should be clear. You know, there's this winter weather, this winter storm that's going to hit most of the country, including where I'm at in San Antonio. And yeah, it's gonna actually snow down here in the San Antonio. And y'all thought it was over. It ain't over. It's actually gonna snow down here. And Joe Biden, your boy, your favorite devil, Joe Biden, right? Y'all's favorite devil, Joe Biden. Oh fuck, y'all can't hear me. No wonder, no wonder. So I had the volume low. Y'all could probably barely hear me. Salakia. Fuck. I've been going through a lot, so I've been kind of distracted. But Joe Biden, man, he called Joe Biden called this basically called this winter a dark winter. And also, hey, it's looking like it's also turning out to be a cold winter. In Matthew 24 and 20, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Shabbat, man. You pray, hey, because winter is a hell of a time to be out there like having to flee, on the run and shit, without shelter and shit for a long period of time. Winter is tough, like especially when it's real cold. It's hard to sleep through that shit. So like I'm dealing with afflictions. Ah, fuck. It's just been hell for me. Hold on. Shalom, shalom, I'm back. I'm back. I had to deal with an affliction again. But basically, damn, what was I? I was talking about that winter storm that's coming and how it lines up with prophecy lines up with what Yahushua talked about in Matthew chapter 24, verse 20. Hold on. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Shabbat. Because verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of this world to this time, nor ever shall be. And there's still the potential for shit to pop off this winter. Especially that civil war. And Trump supporters, are gonna, they'll be even more pissed off. There's an actual impeachment of Trump after he gets out of office. They'll be pissed off enough to They'll be mad enough. They'll be mad enough to start some shit. And then, of course, Esau's gonna have his agent fill out the tools. Hold on, I'm gonna be over there in a little. Probably kidding. Say, hold on. Hold on. Yeah. So you have that potential for a civil war to break out. And what does Esau want for his new world order? Ordo ad chaos. That's what they do. They create the chaos, then they bring the order. And it's actually prophecy that they would do that. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and the fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. So there you go. That's how that fierce king is gonna take over, rule over them. The New World Order that Esau's setting up, and Joe Biden, he's more than willing. He's more than willing. He signed more executive orders than any other president, and he only been there. He only been there for not that long, like a few weeks. Already mad executive orders. Like Hey, Joe Blow, he's on fire for this new world order. Hey, he's just signing them, not even questioning them, because Joe is not all the way there. So he got dementia, so he's signing them. He's signing them. He's just signing them, not even questioning them and shit. That's the type of devil they want in office. And hey, while all this is going on, you have these winter storms hitting. Let me get the, and that's also judgment from the Most High Yahweh. Let me get that. I'm dealing with a lot of afflictions, so I'm not gonna be like all the way coherent or whatever. I'm not gonna be like an eloquent speaker or whatever, because I'm dealing with afflictions. I'm going through hell right now, for real. Nahum 1 and 2. Yahweh is jealous, and Yahweh revengeth. Yahweh revengeth and is furious. Yahweh will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. Verse 3. Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So there you go. He has his way in the whirlwind and the storm, you know, and that's how he judges the wicked. He That's how he takes revenge on his adversaries, And you Edomites, you self-proclaim Jewish people, actually, you Jewish people, and you so-called whites that go back to the original so-called white man, you Edomites, as well as you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and you speckled birds, Israelites who look like the other nations. You 2/3 of y'all who follow after Esau, Edom, y'all are his adversaries. Y'all are his enemies. So, and he's gonna take revenge on y'all. He has reserved the wrath for y'all. He's about to unleash it. He's already doing it, but he's gonna do it in a big way. You know, he's gonna. He's gonna. Let me get a precept. Cry out at once, like a travailing woman, or like a woman in. Let me get that. Like a travailing woman. That's Isaiah 42. That's Isaiah. Hold on. Isaiah 42 and 14. I have. Hold on. Damn. Hold on. I have a long time holding my peace. Fuck. Hold on, Akim. I'm confused here. I'm on Isaiah 42 and 12, and it says, "Let them give Salakia." I have a long time holding my voice. It's verse 14. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. Yeah. So, hey, the Most High Yahweh, he's been long suffering, but now he's about to unleash his wrath on you devils, you Edomites, and you 2/3. And this is just the beginning of sorrows. Wait until the end. Verse 15. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs, and I will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools. Verse 16, and I will bring the blind by way that they know not. I will lead them in paths that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them and crooked things straight. These things I will do unto them. Okay, it's like it. Verse 13 really gets to the point. Yahweh shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. Because the Most High Yahweh has held his peace for a long time. He's been patient, you know. But now, hey, but it's a time for everything. And that grace period is about to end. And the time of judgment is coming. The time of Jacob's trouble, which is described also in Zechariah, as a hold on, let me get it. I think it's in Zechariah. A day of great gloominess, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Zephaniah 1. Hey, Joel, hold on. Zephaniah 1 and 15. Try to bring out Joel. It's basically saying the same thing. Joel 2 and 2 is saying the same thing. Zephaniah 1 and 15. This day, verse 14. The great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of Yahweh. The mighty men shall cry there bitterly. Verse 15, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Verse 16, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. Verse 17, and I will bring, so a dark winter, right? Biden was talking about a dark winter. Verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Verse 8, verse 18, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even the speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Great judgment is coming. And hey, it's even worse if it happened in the winter. It's even worse. And it's looking like a cold winter, and some shit might go down while this polar vortex is hitting the U.S. Yeah, they're saying it's unprecedented and unbelievable. Hey, a time like no other, right? The fuck. They want me to log in. Want me to log in to see that shit? They bugging. Polar vortex sends all million square kilometers of Canada below freezing simultaneously. Canada recorded its coldest temperatures in years this week, with all 10 million kilometers of the country going below freezing at the same time. Meteorologist Tyler Hamilton reported on Wednesday that there is a possibility that the entire country could remain below freezing temperatures for 3 consecutive days, a situation that he called quote unquote unheard of. Hold on. Quote unquote fuck. Slovakia, I'm going through an affliction. It's getting worse. For every provincial capital to remain below the freezing part mark, particularly Victoria, everything has to come together to hold the frigid air coast to coast. Hamilton wrote, Victoria has only spent 28 days below the freezing mark for an entire day this century, and strong winds flowing from the continental high pressure inland will make this a reality. Victoria, the capital of British Columbia, is located on the the southwestern most part of Canada, you know, southernmost part of Canada along the west coast. CTV reported on Monday that parts of northern Canada reached temperatures as low as 61 degrees point four Fahrenheit, negative 61.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Environment Canada meteorologist Terry Lang told CTV that such temperatures had not been observed since March 2017. According to Lang, the astonishing temperatures are being brought on by a polar vortex moving across Western Canada. Quote unquote, the spinning up of the cold air around the North Pole deepens and strengthens in the winter because of the lack of sunshine, Lang told CTV. The polar vortex from Canada is expected to bring freezing, snowy conditions to U.S. states ranging from New Jersey to Texas over the next few days. Southern states such as Arkansas and Tennessee are preparing up to an inch and a half or more snow. The National Weather Service has cautioned that travel may be hindered by the upcoming cold conditions. Ice accumulations and winds will likely lead to snapped power lines and fallen tree branches that add to the danger, it said in the statement. So, hey, hey, the Most High Yahweh is judging Babylon. Most High Yahweh is bringing this polar vortex, whether he's doing it through Esau, weather modification systems like HARP or chemtrails or both, whether he's using Esau to do it with Esau's his sword, right? Or whether he's doing it on his own, he's judging this place. He's judging this place, right as y'all are about to celebrate a that folly day, V Day, Valentine's Day. He's judging this place. Hey, got y'all on the deep freeze. Hold on, Akim. I gotta do something real quick. had an introduction. Right as y'all about to celebrate this holiday, V-Day, that goes back to Lupercalia. Y'all getting hit with a deep freeze. You know, let me get an article on V-Day, Lupercalia, Valentine's Times Day origins, gens. The pagan holiday Lupercalia. Yep. Valentine's Day wasn't always about love. Got an article. Some say it began as a wild pagan festival. Others blame Chaucer. But who is Saint Valentine? Why do we celebrate him? Okay. Ah, shit, man. Fucking assholes. Okay, let me get. Fuck. Ah, shit, Slovakia. Let me get this article. They wanted me to like subscribe to them and shit. The Dark Origins of Valentine's Day. It's from NPR. Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate romance and love and kiss your face fealty. But the origins of this festival of candy and cupids are actually dark, bloody, and a bit muddled. Though no one has pinpointed the exact origins of the holiday, one good place to start is ancient Rome, where men hit on women by well hitting them. From February 13th to 15th, the Romans celebrated the feast of Lupercalia. The men sacrificed a goat and a dog, then whipped women with the hides of the animals that they had just slain. The wild and crazy one Romans and Edomites, man. Roman romantics were quote unquote drunk. They were naked, says Lowell Linsky, a historian at the University of Colorado at Boulder. Young women would actually line up for the men to hit them, Linsky said. They believed this would make them fertile. It was a fertility type ritual as well. The brutal feat, including whatever, included a matchmaking lottery, fete or fete, I don't know what it is, in which young men drew the names of women from a jar. Hold on. Slovakia, getting afflicted. The couple would then be coupled up for the duration of the festival or longer if the match was right. Shit. Hey, see, this is where they come from. Like these women would line up, they'd actually line up to get whipped with the hides of goats and dogs. These weird ass devils. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name or modern day of love. Emperor Claudius II. Okay, this is where that Valentine name comes from. Executed two men, both named Valentine on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century AD. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church with the celebration of St. Valentine's Day. Later, Pope Gelasius I muddled things in the 5th century by combining St. Valentine's Day with Lupercalia to expel the pagan rituals. Shit. Just hey, Jake was always doing that shit. You know, the Roman Catholic Church stayed doing that shit. Why you have Halloween, why you have that holiday, Christmas, right? So called. Yeah, that holiday, Christmas, fucking Easter, which that's obvious. Easter is a Easter is a name of a fertility goddess. Easter go back to Ishtar. But the Roman Catholic Church, hey, we were running the Roman Catholic Church at that time. They always did that shit. Hey, Jake was making covenants with the heathens and shit. Jake was actually, hey, Jake was learning the customs of the heathen. And Jake was trying to so-called Christianize them. That's how we got all these. That's how we got all these folly days today. But the festival was more of a theatrical interpretation of what it had once been. Linsky adds, it was a little more of a drunken revel, but the Christians put clothes back on it. That didn't stop it from being a day of fertility and love, quote unquote. But Jake tried to so-called Christianize it. Around the same time, the Normans celebrated Gallatin's Day. Gallatin meant lover of women, so at the same time they were celebrating that. It wasn't just in Rome. That was likely confused with St. Valentine's Day at some point, apart because they sound alike. They combined those as well. As the years went on, the holiday grew sweeter. Chaucer and Shakespeare romanticized it in their work and gained popularity throughout Britain and the rest of Europe. Handmade paper cards became the tokens due during the Middle Ages. Eventually, the tradition made its way to the New World. The Industrial Revolution ushered in factory-made cards in the 19th century, and in 1913, Hallmark Cards of Kansas City, Missouri, began mass-producing Valentine's. February has not been the same since. Then Esau took that holiday. The modern-day Romans took that holiday that the ancient Romans celebrated and commercialized it. That's what happened. Yeah, they took that holiday and commercialized it. And hey, but you best believe that the elites still celebrate the holiday the old way, you know, how it was actually celebrated by the ancient Romans. You best believe that shit. Today, the holiday is big business, according to, hey, because it is elites been you. And today's the holiday is big business. The holiday is big business, according to market research firm IBIS World. IBIS World, Valentine's Day sales reached 17.6 billion last year. This year's sales are expected to total 18.6 billion. But that commercialization has spoiled the day for many. Helen Fisher, sociology at Rutgers University, says we have only ourselves to blame. Only the elites pushed it on us. But the elite A and your woman, man. Your woman, you don't get some for your woman on Valentine's Day, like she may leave your ass. She probably will. Hey, the way it's set up in the way it's set up in Babylon, if you don't get a Valentine's card for your woman, like she'll leave your ass. Like even if you tell her you don't celebrate Valentine's Day and shit because it's pagan, she she she's still gonna do it because she's still gonna expect you to get her some because what these women do is they be like, oh, my man got me something better type shit. They be like, my man got me this, my man got me this, and my man got me this type shit. And so if she don't have a gift from her man, like she's gonna feel left out and that affects women more than men, being left out and shit. So she'd rather be leave you than be embarrassed in front of her friends. That's how it's set up today. It's basically World Simp Day, basically, because the man barely gets the man barely gets anything for V Day. It's usually the woman. Yeah, it's usually the women that get that shit basically. And so yeah, it's a national simp day basically. No, it's not. It's World Simp Day because it's international. "Quote unquote." This isn't a command performance. She says if people didn't want to buy Hallmark cards, they would not be bought, and Hallmark would go out of business. "Quote unquote." And so the definition of Valentine's Day goes on varied ways. Many will break the bank buying jewelry and flowers for their beloved women. Others will celebrate in a sad SAD, that single awareness day way, dining alone and binging on self-gifted chocolates. Shit, man. A few may even be spending this day the same way the early Romans did, the elites. But let's not go there. Hold on. And even V Day, is like it's kind of watered down now. It's not as popping as it was even last year. You know the excitement for V Day and shit is not there as much. Hey, the mirth is the mirth has been brought low for real. Let me get that preset. Isaiah 24, talking about the mirth of the land, right? Isaiah 24. Oh, learn none of their ways. Let me get that. Well, Isaiah 24. Wait, let me think. Let me get that. I'm gonna get learn none of their ways. Proverbs 3:31. Envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Slack you for that. Jeremiah 10:12. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. And ultimately, they're based off of that. Do not learn the way of the heathen, and Deuteronomy in 12:30. You're not supposed to learn the way of these heathens. Like, nah. The Most High Yahweh has holidays for us to celebrate. We're not supposed to celebrate their holidays. Their folly days. They're not holidays. Deuteronomy 12:30. Take heed to yourself that thou be not snared by following them after they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their powers, saying, how do these nations serve their powers? Even so will I do likewise. Verse 31, thou shalt not do so unto Yahweh thy power, for every abomination to Yahweh which he hated have they done unto their powers, for even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their powers. Verse 32, what thing soever I command you, observe to do it. If thou shalt not add to it, thereto, nor diminish from it. Meaning you're not supposed to celebrate these folly days. It's all based off of paganism. Lupercalia, those Edomites, and probably those Japhites before they get it from them. They were sacrificing goats and dogs and running around and hitting women, and the women would actually line up to get hit. That's what they were doing. That's where this shit come from. Oh, it's 144. Kala Yaba Shimi. I'm sorry. It was a fertility ritual. Yeah, or each Lupercalia rituals looked it up began with the sacrifice of the just get it from another source by the Luperci of goats and dogs. Luperci, right? It's Luperci of goats and dog. After which two of the Luperci were led to the altar. Their foreheads were touched with a bloody knife. Like this is the type of shit that they was doing. This is the type of shit that V Day is based off of. This is V Day before it was called V Day. And the blood was wiped off with wool dipped in milk. The ritual, what the fuck? This some thrown off shit. The ritual required that the two young men laugh. Yo, bruh, this is thrown off shit. This is throw the fuck off. Yo, this is throw the fuck off. The ritual required that the two young men laugh too. What the fuck? The sacrificial feast followed, after which the Luperci cut thongs from the skins of the sacrificial animals. This we know where that comes from now, and ran in two bands around the Palatine Hill, striking with the thongs at any woman who came near them. A blow from the thong was supposed to render a woman fertile. What the fuck, yo? And then this nigga, Pope Gelasius the First. This is what this nigga did. In 494 CE, the Christian Church under Pope Gelasius the First appropriated the former rite as the Feast of the Purification. And that was made into Valentine's Day as well. That comes from Lupercalia. And he replaced it with St. Valentine's Day. It became to be celebrated as a day of romance from about the 14th century. It was made big. It was made big around that. It became big around that time. Yeah. They decided to name it after a saint. And you could tell it come from the Romans, right? Because Valentine's commonly depict Cupid, the Roman god of love, along with hearts. So there you go. You could tell it come from there. And Lupercalia, Lupercalia, which they come from lupus. The priest Luperci, lupus, yeah, it comes from lupus, has variously suggested connection with the ancient deity who protects herds from wolves, and with the legendary she-wolf who nursed Romulus and Remus. Okay, as a fertility rite, the festival is also associated with the god Faunus. It's pagan. Faunus is an Italian rural deity whose attributes in classical Roman times were identified with those of the Greek god Pan. Faunus was originally, so a lot of y'all, especially y'all in the truth, y'all should know about Pan. That's Baphomet. That's Baphomet. Go to Mindy's and shit. Faunus, a was a fawn. Have man. It's all connected. Faunus was originally worshipped throughout the countryside as a bestower of fruitfulness on fields and flocks. He eventually became primarily a woodland deity, the sounds of the forest being regarded as his voice. A grandson of Saturn, Faunus was typically represented as half man, half goat, an imitation of the Greek satyr, and a company of similar creatures known as fauns. Faunus was the father of Latinus, who was king of the Latins when Aeneas arrived in Aeneas, no fuck, when Aeneas arrived in Italy. According to Virgil's Aeneid, right? Faunus told, I think that's how you say it, Aeneid or whatever the fuck, Aeneid. Faunus told Latinus to give his daughter Lavinia in marriage to a foreigner, Aeneas. Like Pan, Faunus was associated with merriment, and his twice yearly festivals were marked by revelry and abandon. At the Lupercalia, a celebration of fertility held partly in his honor each February in Rome, well into the Common Era. A youths clothed and they were clothed youths clothed as goats. They were clothed as goats. Ran through the streets wielding strips of goat skins. They were clothed as goats as well. It was all in honor of Pan, which that the Roman version is Faunus. And these are pagan festivals. Like this is folly, man. This is fucking folly. If you really do your research into Lupercalia, aka V-Day, it's fucking folly, man. Real shit. They were clothed as goats. Clothed as goats. What are goats called today? Fucking goat. Hey, no, Salakia. Not what I meant to say. What are young goats called? Kids, right? What do kids want to be when they grow up? They want to be the goat. That's all there. It's all there, man. Yeah. It's all there. So yeah, like, hey, knowing that these folly days are abominable. Hey, Khan. Esau did. Esau ended my life, Ak. And I got interrupted and I had to pause it. I had to go do something, and apparently that's when Esau gets in here and he ends your life. Esau's a bitch. Esau's a bitch, so of course he's gonna act a bitch. Yup. Hey, if you got some precepts on this Lupercalia. Oh, you tried to hop on Khan. I figured you did. Yeah, I never came back because my life got ended by Esau. Came back, I was like, fuck. And then I made another live and got interrupted. Had to go handle some shit. And then came back and the live was ended. Because Esau's mad, that's why. Yeah, kids want to be goats. Yep. Back in the Roman days, they used to dress up as goats and hit women with goat skins in a fertility ritual. Yeah, all that proves that this is Rome all over again as well. And that's Ecclesiastes chapter 1. verse 9. No new thing under the sun. Yeah, Satan been fucking with me. Yeah, Zolbub. Beelzebub, yep. Is it busy Beelzebub? Kinda got what you said. Exactly, Ak. Yeah, Satan and his physical counterpart, Esau. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there's no new thing under the sun. Verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us. Verse 11. There is no new remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. So all this a V-Day. V-Day was celebrated during the Roman days as Lupercalia. And you could see the similarities too, because it's the men that go out and buy gifts and shit for the women and shit. Just like back then, it was the men. Hey, Esau is Lucifer, so called. Yeah. Everybody's gonna be laughing at Esau though. But yeah, what was I gonna say about nowadays? It's the men buying the shit for the women mainly. The men hitting the women up, right? The men buying the cards, the gifts, the flowers, the chocolates, all that. So just like back then, it's the men. It was the men that was hitting the women with goat skins dressed up as goats. You read about Lupercalia and this some perverted ass shit, and they would fucking line up for that too. Yeah, Esau can celebrate all of his lousy folly days, but hey, Jake needs to leave that shit to Esau. Jake needs to leave that shit to Esau. But Jake loves Jake loves going off and learning the ways of the heathen. Jake loves doing that. Like talking about a ritual that this fucking throwed off as fuck. Lupercalia has to me be one of the most throwed off holidays. Like for real. The sacrifice by the Luperci of goats and a dog. He sacrificed goats and a dog. After which two of the Luperci were led to the altar. Their foreheads were touched with a bloody knife. So that knife that they used to sacrifice the goats and the dog. And the blood was wiped off with wool dipped in milk. Kind of throwed off shit is this? The ritual required that the two young men laugh. That's bugged out. That's bugged out. But they want to call the men of the Lord bugged out. That's bugged out. Man, for the customs of the heathen are vain. Kind of shit. Yeah. Y'all want to celebrate that, which is based off of fables. But y'all don't want to celebrate Passover. Y'all don't want to celebrate the Feast of Trumpets, for example. Y'all don't want to celebrate Pentecost. The hell wrong with y'all? Yeah. For the customs of the heathen are vain. Like, and it was speaking about Christmas, but that's a vain custom as well. Like, that's foolishness, man. Jeremiah 10:7. Who would, who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee doth it appertain. For as much as among all the wise men of the nations and in their kingdoms there is none like unto thee. Verse 8. But they are all together brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. That's a doctrine of vanities. But you Jakes, man, you niggas, y'all wanna celebrate this bullshit, but don't want to celebrate the actual holidays. Jeremiah 2:11. Has the nations changed their gods which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit. What does that profit anyone? Like, what? That's a bunch of vanity. What the fuck does that shit profit? That's just a bunch of bullshit. Verse 12. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith Yahweh. Verse 13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Like, basically useless ideologies, useless practices, useless rituals. What? Like, that's a bunch of vanity for real. Think about it. What use? What practical use does doing all that bullshit have for you niggas out there that want to continue celebrating? It's mainly the women pushing it on our men. It's mainly Eve. Eve wants you to celebrate this folly day. Because if you notice, Jake is not too much into this folly day. It's mainly Eve. You Jakes can go ahead and follow Eve and celebrate this folly day. This yo, it's such bullshit. Like, it's such bullshit, and not only is it bullshit, it's perverted bullshit. It's nasty for real. Verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a hornborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Verse 15. The young lions, I'm going to read on down. The young lions roared upon him and yelled, and they made his land waste. His cities are burned without inhabitant. Verse 16. Also the children of Noph and Taphanes have broken the crown of thy head. Verse 17. Hast thou not procured this unto thyself, and that thou hast forsaken the Lord Yahweh thy power when he led thee by the way? Verse 18. And now what hast thou do in the way of Egypt? These are the ways of Egypt. To drink the waters of Sihor. Or what hast thou do in the way of Assyria? Hey, these are also the ways of Assyria, because Esau is the modern day Egyptians and Assyrians. To drink the waters of the river. Verse 19. Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see it that it is an evil thing, and bitter, that thou hast forsaken Yahweh thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. You celebrate this folly day, knowing its origins. You don't have the fear of the Most High Yahweh, especially knowing its origins. But it's the age of information. You should know by now. Verse 20. For of old time have I broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou said, I will not transgress. Whereupon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot. Verse 21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me, Salakia. Like, this is some shit that you would expect Edomites to celebrate. They're the fucking wicked. They were created to be the wicked. Or any of these heathen nations, they wasn't given the law. These heathen nations wasn't given the law, and Esau is the wicked. He was literally created to be the wicked. That's expected of him. He's expected to be on that bullshit. But you, Jake, celebrating this shit, this holiday that based off of Lupercalia, which, hey, them Romans was involved in some throwed off shit. You niggas celebrating that shit? How art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? Like, how? Like, y'all is created to be the righteous. Y'all is created, y'all should know better. Like, y'all were planted a noble vine, a right seed. Like, how the fuck are you bearing this fruit? Verse 22, for though thou wash thee with niter, and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith the Lord Yahweh. Like, yo, y'all are celebrating this filth. Verse 23, how canst thou not say, I am not polluted, I am not gone after Balaam? You know, that's what all this shit is. All this shit, paganism, right? See thy way in the valley, note what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways. Verse 24, a wild ass used to the wilderness that snuffed up the wind at her pleasure in her occasion. Who can turn her away? And y'all are stiff necked when it comes to these folly days. Y'all can't get enough of them. Nowadays they're watered down, so y'all ain't as hyped about them, but y'all still celebrating them. All they that seek her will not worry themselves. In her month they shall find her. Yeah. Complete foolishness, man. Complete foolishness. Yeah, and that's oh, you want the link? You want the link? You got the precepts? I could give you the link. Going into these folly days because that's where the spirit is going. And how Jake need to get right, and then we wrap it up. Jake would rather be a heathen king than an Israelite prince. That's right, Ak. Yeah, niggas are through out here. Niggas would rather put put fucking gorilla glue on their lips. Niggas would rather do that than repent. Niggas will follow any challenge out there that Esau puts out there. But they won't follow the Moses challenge, right? The Hebrew Israelite, the apostles got a challenge for you Israelites called the Moses challenge and called Get the Name Right challenge.
Right? Shalom.
Shalom, Ak. Yahbashim Yahshai Barakatah.
Yobashim Yosai Brakata.
And Esau, and Jake is through following the ways of these heathens.
Khan. Yeah, it says
Like,
here, Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
I can only see the top of your face, Ak.
It says, learn not the way of the heathen in Jeremiah 10. But Jake doesn't
God.
want to do that. Jake wants to stay being a heathen. But you think putting gorilla glue on your scalp is bad? Some stupid Jake, some stupid Eve went and put gorilla glue on her vagina.
What the
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah, yeah.
Jake and Eve, they're through out here. They're a bunch of brute beasts.
The dumbest thing that I've ever done when it comes to something like that was storing storing souvenirs inside my pull-ups. and one of them happened to be a little Tabasco sauce.
Con.
And then I never did that shit again. But fucking Gorilla Glue, like god damn, bitch.
in her in her box.
Yeah.
What the
Bitch, what the fuck do
fuck?
you think that is? It's not fucking Elmer's glue. It doesn't come out. It's
What the
waterproof.
fuck? Man,
Dumbass
that's Eve.
niggas,
That's
man.
Eve. And then you have fucking Jake doing the same shit.
Yeah,
You have
Jake is
Jake
worse.
Jake putting fucking Gorilla Glue on his lips. I brought out an article on that.
Seriously,
This nigga, man.
what the fuck? What the fuck? Start. What the fuck is going on, bro?
Well,
Is this
I don't know what's in the
is this
water.
some
Huh?
type of spirit, bro? Did what the fuck?
Something's in the water. Huh?
First it was Tide, then it was condom snorting, and now fucking people are just randomly
Gorilla
putting
Glue.
gorilla glue in random spots of the body.
Fucking fucking Gorilla Glue. Jake, man. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
this
the fucking
dude.
gorilla glue on her scalp anyway. Had to get had to get surgery to get it out, and
Yeah, Con. That's the
she's trying to
Brown.
sue the company. She's trying to sue the company because she's like, well, it doesn't say on the bottle it's not for hair. It says in the bottle that it's a poison, and if you swallow it to contact the doctors. So what makes you think if you can't eat it, when you can put it on your hair? People are
It's
fucking
the
weird, bro.
strongest. Yo, it's the strongest adhesive known to man.
Right? Oh, I'm probably sure there's some stronger shit.
Well, Con,
But
but it's pretty fucking.
gorilla glue's along those lines.
It's
It,
pretty
it, it,
fucking strong.
yeah, it's an adhesive that fuses things together, but it doesn't quite melt things together like epoxy does.
Yeah, Con, but it's pretty fucking strong. You definitely shouldn't be putting
Yeah,
this shit on your hair and using it as fucking gel.
yeah, yeah, dude.
The fuck, man. Yeah. I got an article about this Jake, man. Gorilla Glue challenge sends Louisiana man Lynn Martin to the ER. A Louisiana man who thought Gorilla Glue girl Tesco Brown, that's what they're calling her now, was lying, ended up in the emergency room himself after he applied the powerful adhesive to his lip. The fuck? Lynn Martin said he tried out the Gorilla Glue challenge for himself after Brown to prove that it was not as serious as she was trying to make it, quote unquote. News station.
Hey, man, listen. I used to build things. I used to build things out of gorilla glue. Like I'd use that as a carving surface. That shit is hard as fuck. I used to
Con.
take that shit and I would stir it into a bowl until it would start to set up, and then I would pour it flat, and then I would keep it I'd keep it in a mold until it set up, and that shit is strong as fuck. You can make you can make a you can make a small buckler out of that.
Real shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
add a few other epoxies to it. You could make a suitable buckler with that shit.
God. Yeah, news station WKBN reported, I thought she was just playing around because I didn't think it was that serious, quote unquote, Martin told the outlet. I actually tried it out before and it actually didn't do anything for me. So I was like, okay, she's lying. And there are all these challenges going on. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And it went backwards. Yeah, it sure as fuck did.
Yeah,
What the fuck is wrong with these Jakes, man?
and I tell
It's
you this,
too bad.
when you get that shit on your skin and it starts to set up, it doesn't come off. Once that shit sets up, you're gonna have to scrape it off with sandpaper or a cheese grater.
Shit.
And you
Yeah,
risk
the
scraping your
aspiring
skin raw.
yeah, the aspiring rapper filmed himself gluing a red adhesive cup to his upper lip. This dude. I thought it could I could lick it off kind of to moisten it and pull it right off, but that didn't work.
He fucking used super glue because Gorilla Glue doesn't dry that fast. He used Gorilla Brand super glue, and it's
No,
one
no,
two
look,
before
the
too.
gorilla, the gorilla glue bounds this shit right here. You know, gorilla glue, right? Wood glue, that type shit.
Which one? The one that looks like honey or the one that looks like paste?
It's showing the container right here. There's wood glue, and
Oh,
then there's the one that says bonds virtually everything.
yeah.
That one that looks yellowish. I think he used that one. Cause what the fuck? He ended up in the emergency room where a doctor performed a quote unquote painful peeling. Yeah,
He's using the
cause
strongest. He's using the strongest glue and putting that on his face.
bruh.
20,
Quote unquote
2021 is coming up to a fantastic start.
real shit. Hey, 2/3 are trying more challenges that are that are for the mentally challenged.
These 2/3 are mentally challenged, bro. They've been locked inside. They have nothing to do. The clubs are shut down. The bars are shut
Yeah.
down. The restaurants are shut down. So they're like, you know what? What's the worst that could happen? I guess.
You could seriously fuck yourself up for one.
Yeah,
Quote unquote, this is definitely not one to try. Let's just stop this now. It's very harmful, Martin said after he did that shit.
it's fire
Martin,
resistant and waterproof. And you want to put that
Martin,
shit on your fucking shirt.
yeah. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Dude, you could build a house with that shit. And you build a house and use just Gorilla Glue. No nails. Just Gorilla Glue.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Martin previously made headlines for participating in the ice cream challenge, in which he licked a carton at the supermarket and put it back. But he denied that he pulled the latest stunt for attention, bro. Quote unquote, I would never want to stick no Gorilla Glue to my lip and have it stuck there and go through all the situations that I had to go through, Martin said. Quote unquote, I didn't think it would go this far. You got Valentine's Day coming up. I can't even kiss my lip. Bruh.
And of all places to put Gorilla Glue for a challenge, why would you do your face?
Her lip. I mean his lip.
Yeah,
That's
like
where he put it.
that
Yeah,
reminds me.
calm.
So that reminds me one time, and this was a dumbass move, right? You know those cigarette lighters that are in cars?
Yeah,
I had I had stuck that down to light it, right? To get it hot.
yeah,
And while I was busy doing something, that thing popped up, right?
yeah.
I was busy with my hands, right? Like I had dropped something while I had the thing in my hand. I stuck it in my mouth because I didn't want to set it down to burn it. Instead of putting it back, I bit it, like I bit it and held it in between my teeth and held it there. And then went to go do something and then compulsively closed my mouth. Like I just thought, oh, I had something in my mouth. And I went home and it went, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Whistled the fuck out my whole mouth.
No,
Like I just basically stuck branding still in my mouth.
phew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you learned from that, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't do it again.
Yeah, definitely not. Well, let's hope. Well, 2/3 keep making the same mistakes, but they don't learn.
Yeah, and there was another time. There was another time where I kissed one of them. I lit that shit, and I was like, I wonder if I could. I wonder if it's like fire. You can pass through it real quick and not burn yourself. So I kissed it real quick, and it didn't work out like that. It put a fat circle on my lips for like 3 weeks.
You jacked yourself up
No, it wasn't a jack up. It was just a fine
on your
circle.
lips.
It looked like a fine circle. It wasn't even deep.
Yeah, kind. Yeah. Hey, the whole point to this, man. Hey, 2/3, man.
Jake.
Hey, after Tessica Brown, she's also from Louisiana, had her hair stuck solid for a month after using the glue as hairspray.
Hair
Shit.
gel. How do you get spray that shit?
Using it like you would use hairspray, Hawk.
Hair gel,
Pull it in all over her hair as gel,
like
yup,
mousse, like you would use mousse. God,
basically.
God, oh my God, oh
Two
my
thirds
fucking God.
be they be
You know what I'm
two
gonna
thirds
do? You know what I'm gonna
two.
do? I want blue eyes. I'm gonna go to Home Depot and I'm gonna get some plumbing epoxy and I'm gonna brush it on my eyeballs. That's a good idea.
No lock.
Right? Just melt my fucking eyes.
Oh shit! I'm telling you, yo, hey, 2/3. Especially this generation of 2/3 that's around right now.
I
They
don't
are
know, bro. The shit
through.
the shit Esau has in his chemicals that he sells. Plumbing epoxy is so fumy that you can dip the brush in the plumbing epoxy and you can hear the flames whooshing around off of it like it's on fire, but it's not. It's an invisible flame that has no heat. It's not ignited yet, but it's still considered a flame. You can hear it and you can feel the heat coming off of it. It's fucking wicked, bro. Plumbing epoxy melts plastic and fuses glass together.
Oh, 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 what the fuck?
You don't.
I looked that shit up. That the woman that put Gorilla Glue in her box. What the fuck? Hold on.
Oh, fucking, fucking, stupid nigger. You gonna wax your pussy with Gorilla Glue. Oh, no, not fucking water. Damn. Water uses, water sets glue.
Shalom, shalom. I'm back.
Um, Shalom. Yeah, I see, man. That fucking black bitch tried to wax her pussy with Gorilla Glue. I just watched the video, and it's stupid because now they're pouring water on it. Water sets Gorilla Glue. If they would have, you're supposed to read it. Read the fucking bottle. Like use hot water, soap, and you're supposed to use something acidic and scrub it. I've had that shit on my skin before. It's hard to get off, but you can get it off.
And they're
If you
pouring
use it.
fucking water.
Yeah, it sets in water. It's waterproof, so it sets when you put water on it.
Man.
Like for a matter of fact, when you use it on a piece of wood, you're supposed to soak the wood overnight before you apply glue to it, so that it sets.
Hey, the Most High Yahweh maybe maybe putting these spirits on these people, man, to fuck themselves up. You think about it. You think about it.
Wars
Hey,
fucking
putting evil
indoctrinate.
spirits on them to fuck themselves up. Cause damn, like, how do you not know?
Yeah,
Yeah, hey, cause that's just stupid. Hey, that shit dumb as hell. Like,
yeah.
obviously, Gorilla Glue is gonna fuck you up. Obviously, if you put it in your box, that shit is gonna jack it up. Hey, Con, hey, so, hey, that box had to be closed one way. But that's not the way that you're supposed to do it.
Hey, where's that one scripture that says, uh, "A wise man hated oppression, or oppression made it with a wise man."
Oh, it's in Ecclesiastes. Why?
Oh fuck the apocrypha. Damn, I don't have one right now.
Ecclesiastes, not that's in the regular Bible without the
Okay.
apocrypha. Yeah, it's in there. Oh, because these fools, because mostly because these 2/3 are fools. That's why you get in there, right?
Some fucking Edomite hit me up in my inbox like, "Oh, how are you doing?"
Oh, some Edomite.
So I responded with Amos 21 and Ecclesiastes 7:7. I
Uh,
hate and despise the feast days and will not smell your solemn assemblies.
oh, yeah, V Day, for example, that
Yeah,
feast day, which is an abomination. It's not even. And Amos was writing to Jake back when they were celebrating the actual feast days, but still going off.
and there's another scripture that says something like this.
But now Jake is
One of
celebrating these
man mourneth
abominations.
when the
What?
wicked reign when the wicked reign a man mourneth. When the righteous reign the man.
When the wicked rule, we gotta stay on topic though. Remember,
Just responding to somebody.
when the wicked are in charge, the people mourn. Just
Found it.
look that one up and then respond to them with that one. But yeah, hey, you niggas, man, you 2/3, y'all are through, man. Y'all finished out here. You know, the whole head is sick, right? Let me get that preset. The whole head is sick, starting with Judah, starting with the Judite man. That's the head. The whole head is sick, Isaiah 1 and 5. Hey, you have precepts
Not
for
yet.
that have to do with this. I got one, Isaiah 1 and 5. You want to bring that out? You want to bring that one out? Yo, walk.
Responded to somebody.
Con. So you gonna respond to them and then bring that out, or just what you gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and bring that out. Isaiah 1 and 5. Why should ye be stricken any more? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. Verse 6, from the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises, and putrefying sores that have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Yeah, no soundness in y'all. Like, y'all out here doing shit like this. Y'all out here putting gorilla glue on yourselves now. Y'all out here that's just like a laundry list of foolishness that y'all are doing. Y'all celebrating these folly days, which are known to be pagan. This is the age of information. The information that has been out. Y'all out here trusting Esau's jabs, getting jabbed up. Some of y'all, even though Jake, y'all not trusting Esau's jabs as much nowadays because of the information that's come out about him. But some of y'all are getting these jabs as well, and you get these jabs, you're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna be paralyzed. You get Bell's palsy, shit. People dropping dead because of this jab. But the same generation of people that are putting gorilla glue on themselves, the same generation that was snorting condoms, that was
Yeah, yeah,
right,
man.
the same generation that was hey, what, eating Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Like, of course, of course, when Esau really puts the pressure, you're gonna give in and take the jab. Or if Esau offers you the stimulus, if Esau says, like, you take the jab, you get the stimulus. If you take the jab, you get stimulus. Y'all gonna do it. Y'all do it. Y'all fucking do it. Or I've heard that Esau is planning to do something else. He's planning to basically offer Jake weed for the jab.
Fucking Edomites. No,
Yeah, fucking Esau, man.
shouldn't even fucking be responding to these dumb fucking cracker monkeys. I should just block these bitches. Fucking
Just block them then. You don't need them in your life. It's enough Edomites in your
not gonna
life.
fucking try to not gonna try to fucking explain my beliefs. They don't believe anyway, even if they could try. Fuck them.
Edomites can't believe.
Fucking piss me off so much. It's disgusting.
2/3 can't believe on this side.
What is this fucking man?
Yeah. And that's most of what you have out here. Edomites, 2/3 and heathens. But yeah, you 2/3, you're gonna fall for this. Hey, this devil is it's amazing that a lot of y'all ain't fell for the vaccine.
That's funny,
Too.
Ox.
What?
I didn't catch it at first, but you said that's mainly what you have out here. Edomites,
Yeah,
2/3 heathens.
yeah,
That's
gone.
the whole world. That's
Hey,
everybody. Edomites, two thirds, and the heathens. So
yep.
Israel, the fucking oh, my coconut oil's on the
Yeah, because most Jakes are 2/3.
phone. I can't wait till Jacob's Trouble kicks off, bro. I can't wait to run for my life. It sounds exciting,
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be a time like no other, Rock. You
especially when I
saw,
know you how it's gonna. Hopefully,
yeah, Con. 2/3 are just gonna be out here. No protection.
I can't wait to be like I fucking told you so because I've been treated like I was a psycho, bro. Most of my life, I've been treated like I was fucking retarded.
And a cycle at the same time, right?
Talking about, talking about demons and ghosts and da 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 da. You can hear fluorescent lights and frequencies and vibrations. Like, yeah, I can. You can't do
They
it. You're
thought they
weird.
they well they call I'm sure all the men of the Lord had similar type of experiences where they thought you was bugged out. It's people that think I'm bugged out. Most people that it's
See,
so if hey my family thinks I'm bugged out straight up.
one time I had I went up to one of the camps,
We'll wrap
right?
this up soon.
I had walked up to one of the camps, and and then when I was watching their video earlier, they had mentioned that they had met a new brother, right? But he had two different flip flops on, with socks, and a bathrobe, and a t-shirt with pants, and he looked fucking crazy. And I was like, "Oh shit, I know who that is." I was that
That was
motherfucker
you.
doing that
That was you. Con.
shit. Looking crazy.
Con. Hey, con. You know,
Yeah, I'm not
each
fucking playing.
brother like they got some about them. But yeah, 2/3 look at us like we're bugged out.
Let them. I don't give a
But
shit.
but they're the ones that hey, they're gonna be bugging out. Hey, they're actually bugged out, not us.
We're gonna be the ones shimmering and laughing and having thunder in Jacob's trouble.
Clowning
We
on
might have
them.
to catch a couple weeks worth of hell, but in the end, we're gonna be catching more blessings than we're gonna be catching hell.
Con.
So we're
Yep.
gonna be catching blessings while we're catching hell. So while we're running, we're gonna like come across a house instantly filled with food, and nobody's gonna be in the house. Just fresh
Con.
food, fresh blankets, a portable shower in the back,
Hey, Con. Well.
and then
These
and then in the
niggas
spirit,
and these
and then in the
niggas and
spirit,
Eves.
and in the spirit, we're gonna be instructed to make some unleavened bread so that you can make a whole bunch of it and put it in a backpack.
Con.
Take a shower, fry the bread, hit the road again, and eat while you're running.
Hey, Con. You could do that too.
Hey, I whipped up some unleavened bread. It's really easy to do.
It's not even hard.
It's delicious.
All I've had on unleavened bread is fucking smacks.
Yeah, I thought it would be disgusting, bro. I thought it would be disgusting. Like, looks like fucking Play-Doh.
Like no, like the Most High Yahweh is not gonna have us eat something that's like disgusting. Disgusting, don't got no flavor. Think about it. Most High Yahweh, the ultimate Jake. Come on,
Well, wasn't there that one time he was gonna have that one Jake eat human shit? Yeah, mingle your bread with human shit. But then he was like, no, please, I don't want to do that. Okay, mix your bread with cow dung.
okay, instead of human shit.
Yeah, that's mercy right there, bro.
Because yeah, cow. If he ate human shit, he would be going off.
Even how I instructed you to do it,
He would be going off because hey, the
you
Most
can't go
High
off.
man, that was probably a test. It was probably a test, like in low key, because
I guess it's
You
kind
know,
of the
see
same
how he
thing.
respond.
Kind of the same thing when he instructed Abraham to go kill his son, and then like
A
at the last
test
moment he was like,
because
at the last moment he was like, no, 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 what are you doing?
yeah, yeah, that was like a test. See if you do what the Most High said. But you know, he stopped him before he actually did it because that would be going off.
You know how fucking preposterous that sounds, bro. That's fucking mean.
it
That's fucking
is what
mean.
it is.
You you gonna fucking wake me up and be like, kill your son, do it now, and then I'm like, but he's my son. Well, fine. And then you go to do it, and at the last moment he's like, no, 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 psych.
Nah, I got a lamb for you. I got a
I
ram
was
for
like,
you.
man, I should have expected that.
Like, oh, come on now, bro. Angel's like, come on now, bro. You really thought you would. Hey, but it was all a test of his faith.
It's
But
because
hey,
his son had freckles. You're supposed to use an unspotted lamb.
I don't know, Ak. I don't know. All I know was a test, but I got a precept for the day that goes into the day of the Lord, goes into these times that are coming. Amos 5 and 18, woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you the day of Yahweh is darkness and not light? For you two
God,
thirds, like 2/3 is gonna it's gonna be no good for 2/3 or
you
Edomites.
seen that State Farm commercial?
Oh, I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. Verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, but went into their house and leaned his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him. That's you two what you 2/3 are gonna be going through. One problem after another. That that verse is gonna be fulfilled literally as well as symbolically for you 2/3.
Just giant
Yeah, one
serpent.
problem after another.
Giant serpent's gonna be chasing these motherfuckers down, bro. Those big
Yo,
ass snakes that are in the ground, that sleep in the ground,
big ass snakes
the big ass snakes that sleep in the ground, the monsters that are gonna come under in Jacob's trouble, the
under
big
the
ass
ground.
grizzly bears.
Big
Grizzly
ass
bears,
snakes
hey,
that
grizzly
sleep
bears
under
used to
the
be on the
withers.
extinct list. Used to be on the endangered list. Their
Grizzly bears are
population is
back
climbing
though,
rapidly now.
aren't they?
All of a sudden, their population is climbing because the grizzly and the black bear came together and hybridated. So now they can stay in that climate, and the grizzly bear is fucking wicked mean, wicked mean.
Grizzly bears ain't none to be played with, con.
Yeah, no, no, no.
And then you have, yeah, I was going over that last night, and you have all these zoos here in Babylon. What's gonna happen when shit hits the fan? Nobody to take care of the animals.
There's a reason grizzly bears are a legend. You know,
Yeah,
I've
con,
literally seen
because
the
they're
thing
fucking
every day
fierce.
with my own eyes, and I know don't fuck with a grizzly bear. If you see a grizzly bear, you should probably don't run.
Don't run, because they'll
Don't
chase you.
fucking run, boy. Don't run. Don't turn your back. You're gonna have to like run backwards and just keep eye contact.
Gone.
Shit,
Oh,
man.
it's 2:40. We've been on here for 2 hours and 44 minutes. Kala Yaba Shimi Al Shai. It's a 44. There's one. Yeah, yes, 44 there. So 144 is in there because then you have 144 and then two of that,
444
right?
then.
Kala Yaba Shimi Al Shai. Hey, hey, it's gonna get bad out here. That, like I said, that precept, that precept is gonna be fulfilled. Like that prophecy gonna be fulfilled literally as well as symbolically. One problem after another. Like you're gonna like run into hey, you're gonna be running away from Esau and you run into a gang of niggas.
And see, that's the conclusion I've come to. That that even me, even though I don't go outside, I'm most of the time I stay inside every day. I'm being sheltered from death every single day.
You're being what?
Sheltered from death. every single moment, every single moment,
Well, Khan.
because
Hey, dude.
something had happened in this fucking place, this disgusting, wicked, demonic, terrible fucking place.
Yeah, Khan. But the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is
Why do you
saved.
have a fucking siren, man?
Verse 8, well, Slakia, Proverbs 18 and 10. Yep. That's that precept right there. The righteous run it into it and is safe. Khan. And that's what the elect are gonna have. That name.
Yeah,
The
how it's gonna be
two-thirds
cursing
are
these
not gonna have that
2/3.
name.
Yeah, how it's gonna be cursing these 2/3, just like he's blessing Yasha Allah. Curses on
Yeah,
curses,
Khan.
curses on curses on curses until they're
Curses
dead.
after curses.
Yeah, until they're dead.
The curses are gonna destroy them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither is gonna be fucking Esau. That's gonna be cursed and cursed and cursed until he dies, just to be reborn into more curses, into even more curses. You know, like he's
Uh,
gonna be cursed a little bit on this side, but then he's gonna be reborn, and he's gonna be
uh,
like it's gonna be like being born in a bathtub of curses.
Khan,
All
and then be
the
cursed
waters are gonna hurt.
from then on. Then be cursed from then on
Cursed waters. Yeah.
until
Esau is cursed waters, man.
yeah, Khan. But he's gonna be cursed. He himself is gonna be cursed.
He's already cursed.
Cursed, like Deuteronomy 28.
I thought about this morning. Esau is a leper, right? But he's worse. He's worse than a leper because when you have light skin, right? When you have
Yeah,
light skin, when Jacob was leper, he has light skin. It looks
Khan.
it looks white, like he has no melanin. It doesn't look red, like your blood, like your skin is transparent, so the sun cooks your blood through your skin. So that thin layer of blood that's at the top surface of your skin, it starts to burn
Khan.
almost immediately, bro. That shit starts to burn almost immediately, and then it goes back to the heart, and it recycles over and 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 over. You know, like these motherfuckers are dead as soon as they're born. Not Yasha Allah. We get food from the sun. We can feed from the sun.
Khan. Yeah, Jake that have a yeah, Khan Esau's cursed already, but I'm talking about the Deuteronomy 28 curses.
Ooh ooh ooh.
Jake is gonna get destroyed by them on this side, then Esau is gonna get destroyed by them for 1,000 years until he gets completely
Ready.
destroyed.
He's gonna be cursed on a whole nother level. You know, talk about it.
Then Jake, right?
Talk about it. An itch in your bosom.
Fuck.
That's what we had. He's gonna have freaking fire fungi that's just burst into flames.
God,
Talk about a burning bush.
worse, worse than Jake ever went through. But I got some precepts for these two-thirds that they love simplicity. Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom cried without; she uttered her voice in the streets. Verse 21. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her voice, her words, saying, Verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. How long are you two-thirds gonna love simplicity? How long are you two-thirds gonna love them? Gonna love are you gonna trust in oppression, right?
They're gonna trust an impression as long as it keeps them comfortable.
God. Verse 23, turn you at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, I will make known my words unto you. Verse 20, that's what the prophets have been doing. Verse 24, though, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. They refused, in fact, they scoffed. They've been scoffing. Verse 25. But ye have said it not at all my counsel with none of my reproof. They walked right past. They scoffed. They laughed. They're like, look at those niggas look at those niggas in tablecloths. They're dry. Hey, these 2/3 will play music on blast and shit. Pass you.
Yeah, right. These fucking Edomites make fun of the shit that the prophets wear. Little like they weren't fucking wearing cloths and robes when they were ruling Rome. What? You addicted to your groin cloths? You just needed to make them a little bigger.
Oh yeah,
So
Esau
someone else could
definitely
wear dress
scoffs
them.
at the prophets. Esau does, and then these 2/3 join in with their enemy Esau.
You the same motherfuckers. Then the 2/3 wear dresses, bruh. But they want to be like, oh, look at you, look.
Oh yeah, you have them wearing fucking dresses. You have them wearing skinny jeans out here.
And you know what? It looks nothing like a dress. The garments that Israel wears.
Nah,
I've seen these same garments in animes, and people don't go, "Oh my gosh, he's wearing a dress."
nah.
Nah, he's an assassin with spiritual powers.
Come on. Yeah,
People
yeah.
are gonna
Jake,
be like, "Oh,
Jake just hates them.
let me try to
Jake
mock us
just
in that
hates the
day.
Most High. Jake just
Let them
hates the men of the Lord. They hate the prophets.
let them try to fucking mock us in that day when we use our eyes and we blast a whole fleet of helicopters up the sky with laser power. Let them try to fucking mock us in that day.
They're gonna try.
Oh, he
Oh
thinks
no.
he's a superhero. And then we look over there at them, and they're just like, "That's what I thought. Better shut the fuck up before I make you toast too."
They're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
So this was
our eyes
real.
are our eyes are still on fire when we turn and look at them.
They're like, oh
Like,
fuck.
like
Kind.
physical flames are just burning out of your eyes, just like a torch.
Yeah, and you look at them like, that's what I thought, nigga. As they was scoffing.
Yeah, and now they're shook to the bone. They're the
Kind.
shook ones.
Yeah, hey, they're gonna be the shook ones. Verse 27. Verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. So the Most High Yahweh himself will laugh at the 2/3. Verse 27, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. That's when they're going to get scoffed at.
Con.
Verse 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They're going to call upon the Most High. Try to. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Yeah, they're going to try to dial the Most High. They're going to try to call the Most High and get a fucking, hey, one ring and then voicemail. And then the voice
They're gonna
box
try to
is full.
they're finna try to
Voice
phone
message is full.
they're finna try to phone home, but they're gonna be phoning ET because they don't got no names, bruh. They're gonna
Con.
be they're all gonna be up there like God, God, Jehovah, what's that name? What's the Yahweh, Jehovah, Yahweh, Jehovah? What's that? I don't. What's that? What was his name? Those dudes were screaming. What is it? What is it?
God.
Ain't nobody gonna know what it is.
They're gonna be calling the wrong number actually,
Yeah,
if you look at
and
it.
they're gonna hear a prophet say it. They're gonna hear a prophet say it like call one Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the name. And then when they go to say it, they're gonna be like, yeah,
God tripping over it.
yeah, sucker.
Yeah, then they're gonna be stumbling over it and the prophet's just gonna bust out laughing.
Hey, I'm laughing right now, bro. I just got done watching The Hateful Eight, and it's funny because I get to see that movie in the movie. I get to see them hang at Edomite. I get to see Edomite and Jake hang at Edomite and laugh about it, and it's a great
God,
scene.
how does it feel to be a nigga? E? Yo.
Nice.
Hello?
Look at the way she dances.
Hey, verse. Hey, they shall call me early, but seek me early, but they shall not find me. Verse. Even you 2/3 that are so called in the truth, you niggas in the truth, because y'all was not sincere. So, hey, they might be tripping over his name too, even though they once knew the name. They're gonna trip over his name. Gonna be like, damn, what was that name again?
Not me. It's Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Hashai.
God. Well,
Don't
the 2/3 that are in the truth
don't
don't believe in the name. Majority of them, though, they're gonna be calling on Christ. The IUIC, the 2/3 in IUIC.
Do you know how to say what in paleo? Lasha Walk
No, I
Kodash.
don't. No, I don't. They're gonna be calling on the Most High in Christ, basically, and not gonna get no answer.
Have you been practicing Lasha One Kodash?
Nah, to be honest, I haven't. What's that shit on your head, Ak?
This?
Oh yeah, that Ak. Oh, you got a little pick in your head.
No, I'm a Namek from planet Namekian. I'm a Namekian from planet Namek.
Nah, Ak, you got a pick in your head.
No, see, look.
Nah, you ain't no an atheist or whatever the fuck, Ak. You got a motherfucking pick in your head, Ak. I know what the fuck that is.
Nuh-uh,
How would
uh-uh.
I know? How can I not know? Verse 29, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. You niggas, man. Y'all rather, like the brother said, y'all rather be a heathen king than an Israelite prince. Cause, you know, hey, y'all call yourselves heathens, a lot of y'all, anyways. You
That was
two
just
dirt.
this. That was just a disguise. See, I was using it to hide.
Shut your ass up, bro. You got two of them in your head. In the back. All right. You ain't slick. You ain't slick, Ak.
You guys not pixie. The antennas. I turned my head.
Yeah. Nah, nah, I could see the pic.
No, the pix right here.
Well, you got some shit in your head, some shit in your head. Another pic or some clips. You got clips in your hair. Verse
Sure.
30, they ignored my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Verse 31, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Verse 32, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Verse 33, but whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil. You know, like the elect are gonna be they're gonna be
I
fear
would rather be
they're
cooked
gonna be
in the
quiet
oven
from
than
fear
left
of
in the
evil.
street. I don't give a
So
fuck.
about
I said I would rather be cooked in the oven than give up the truth.
well, Colin, hey, Esau's gonna put his men through hell. Revelation
Good.
2:10. But the Most High Yahweh is gonna deliver his elect. Revelation
And we'll
12,
sing and we'll sing
Revelation 2
praises
and
and
10.
we'll sing praises in that day. Come on.
Revelation 2 and 10. Yeah, we'll be like Kala Yahweh Shem Shai, like right in front of these devils as we get delivered. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of these things which thou shalt
Esau's gonna
suffer.
be like Esau's gonna be like, oh shit. Yashua I was gonna be like y'all should be like, Khan, Kaha, Kaha Abanawa, Kaha Abanawa, Yahweh Shim Yahushai.
Yo, as
And
Esau is
Esau's gonna
just
be
gonna
like,
sit there.
no, oh fuck, it's Yahweh. It's how about you outside? Damn it.
Yeah, be careful. Esau is gonna be on their back, like type shit. Oh
Yeah.
no, they're back.
But he can't say the name because he doesn't know it.
He'll say, "Oh no, it's them again," type shit. He'll be like, oh no, it's the House of
Oh
David
fuck,
is
it's
back,
Mystery Inc.
huh?
Oh shit, it's Mystery Inc. And I would have got away with it if it wasn't for the children of Israel and their damn black god.
That's what Esau's gonna be saying. Esau's gonna be Esau's
Whenever they
disrespectful as
he's
hell,
like
so he's gonna be saying
Scooby
that.
Doo, man, Scooby Doo. Every time he loses, he's like, and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you mangy kids and your damn dog.
Yeah, yeah, Khan.
And dog, what's
Esau's gonna
dog
be
after?
like,
And what's
and
dog
I would
after?
have gotten away with it.
Dog is God.
Uh,
Dog is oh fuck.
yeah, yeah,
God
be
damn
careful.
it.
Yeah,
I got a leaky pen. I fucking hate that shit.
Khan. Hey, everything in order, everything in decency in order. What I was gonna say is, and Esau's gonna be like, and I would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling prophets.
Cheap ass shit.
And with those meddling prophets, right? Yeah, yeah, and their
Yeah,
damn, like you said, and their damn black Jesus. That's what he's gonna be like,
yeah.
or their damn black God.
Nigger Jesus. That nigger Jesus.
Yo, yeah, you know Esau is
Fuck that nigga.
gonna be fucking red as fuck. Esau's gonna turn red as fuck.
I can't stand that fucking name.
And yeah, Khan. That's an
Oh,
abomination. Like Esau.
it froze up for a second. What were you saying?
I said that's an abomination, like Esau.
Kinda. Yeah, it is.
Esau himself is an abomination.
Esau's dead swine, but Esau's worse.
Yeah, Yeah, Esau's dead, and he's a swine. Khan.
Yeah. He's more than
Yeah,
an abomination. He's not even suitable for
not even
burial.
what?
Suitable for burial.
Nah. Isaiah chapter 14 tell you that.
Khan. Oh, Khan. Yeah, I remember that. Where was
Yeah.
that?
He ain't even gonna be put back in his old land. He's just gonna be destroyed. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14 and 19 to 20. 8, 21, 22 too. All the way from 18 to 22. You want to bring that out?
Yeah,
Gone.
Isaiah 14. You said
14 from 18 to 22, Ak.
getting it. Bam, 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 bam. Isaiah 14. The magical sword, sharper than sharp itself. Here it is. Isaiah 14. 18. You said
Isaiah 14, verses 18 down to 22.
I fucking clicked Isaiah and it took me to part. Sorry, what did you say? I was reopening.
Isaiah 14, yeah,
I
Ak.
got it.
Isaiah 14, verses 18 and 22, Ak.
Okay, I got it.
Gone.
All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out like the grape of an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust we with the sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of the evildoer shall never be renowned.
Con.
Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the lawful cities. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh, and cut them off from Babylon, the name, the remnant, the son, and the nephew, saith Yahweh.
Say it, Yahweh. There you go. There you go right there. There you go. Like, hey, hey,
He is
Esau's
God's
just going to be
son.
destroyed. Esau's not. Esau isn't going to get fucking cremated.
Esau's already cremated.
Nah, but he's going to get cremated for real.
He's gonna get he's gonna get beam mated.
True that, true that. Could imagine it.
Yeah, because he's already creamy. Like he's already gonna get burned up. He's already burnt up. He's dead. He's gonna be born dead in the kingdom again. He's gonna be twice dead in the kingdom like an egg.
And then going to get burnt.
Yeah,
Shit, cremated, yup. Like I said, cremated.
boiled in
Yup.
grease, tortured,
All,
tortured man.
all that. But his uh but
Boiled.
his final fate. I'm talking about his final fate, Doc.
I'm gonna have
Crem
giant bowls. I'm gonna have giant pots in the
yeah,
shape of
con.
large lions. Right? They're gonna be big fat cauldrons in the shape
Yeah.
of lions, so I can stuff an Edomite in it, and I'll put the lid on it, and I'll light the fire underneath the belly, and it'll make a roaring sound, and it'll roar. It'll make it'll sound like the lions roaring while the Edomite cries to death.
That con. Hey, the kingdom's gonna be 1,000 years of pure hell for Esau until he gets hey, hell in the purest form until he gets burned up. Esau, all these dreams that Esau have of hell is
there's some
probably
there's,
about the lake of
there's some of
fire
these
or the
there's some of these
missiles.
Edomites out here who 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 are gonna fucking get it, bro. Like, and they don't
Yeah,
even know it.
con,
Like they think they're innocent. They think they're innocent, but they're fucked, bro. Like fucked.
con,
The
con.
reddest
Hey,
the
that's
reddest
that's why
ugliest ones.
and that's why Revelation 2:10. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. Verse 11. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. And also this, Revelation 13:10. Because they're gonna pay for all this shit that they've done, all the shit that they're gonna do.
Look, he
Revelation
lied.
13.
He did all this lying. He did all this fucking deceiving people.
All that. They're gonna pay
I
for
was
all that.
watching I was watching a video yesterday by IUIC, and they were speaking to a girl who looked like she was Mexican, right?
Yeah.
And she was upset because she was upset at the she was crying. She was upset, and by the end of the video, I had caught to just that her dad's Edomite. She looks like a Mexican, but her daddy's Edomite, and she was fucking distraught about it. And it's like, what? I
Yep,
wasn't sure how
It's
I
too
felt.
bad.
Like she wasn't sure how I felt about it because I'm like, damn, bro, damn. Imagine how that feels.
Oh, she's a caramel covered Edomite.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have them. You have them as well.
yeah.
Tears. Revelation 13:10 applies to all these devils. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and faith of the saints. And that's gonna happen to all these devils. You're gonna have Edomites that look so called black. They're
And
gonna
I
be
want
in
them
them
to fucking
pits.
stay. I want them to fucking stay looking like that too, just so they're super confused in the kingdom. Fucking
They're
black
getting their
Edomite.
ass beat and they don't know why.
Yeah, they're black Edomites. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know. You don't let them keep their melanin and shit,
I don't know.
or just Nah, they don't deserve it. Esau doesn't deserve that.
They can still be cursed. They can still be cursed. Double the curses, man. Double the curses.
How about they could still get melanoma? Their melanin is useless or some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
I
totally.
don't know. I
The
don't
sun,
know.
the sun is too fierce. In the
The
kingdom,
sun
the
like
sky,
the
in the
sun
kingdom, the
turns up
sun's
just for them.
yeah, the sun's gonna be clear. The sky's gonna be clean and clear. I remember even when I was a kid and I burnt in the sun, bro. I've seen niggas who are darker than dark get sunburnt because they're out in the sun way too long.
Con,
That's the
con.
Edomite, bro. Like Jacob's blessed with good skin. Esau's gonna have bad skin. So it doesn't matter what the fuck he looks like. He's gonna get dried up and toasted in the sun.
I'm talking about them tears. Like you have these top tier celebrities like
And make him look
Lenny
like
Kravitz and shit.
and make him look like light skin like paper bag niggas.
Paper bag niggas.
Not any type of useful melanin. Paper bag niggas just so it looks kind of pretty, just for the bitches, you know, the ones that are gonna be concubines, so they look a little prettier. Cause fuck that pasty ass shit, man. No, God,
hey, hey, to each his own. Like you probably do that because yeah, especially Esau in the kingdom. Esau's gonna look much worse. It's gonna be
yeah,
pure
bro.
Esau. Esau's gonna be pure Esau. Pure Esau.
The curses are already
Fuck.
coming on to Esau, bro. I saw a video of Esau and he was on the train and he was talking like blah 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 blah. Yeah, you blacks are pets, you blacks are niggas, nigga, blah blah blah. And by the end of the video, right, Jake is walking past him like he's not gonna do anything, and then he just goes, and then he just turns around and goes, what? And dude just fucking folds and falls down, and I'm like, and the Edomite women were like, in the background you hear all of them laughing, you deserve that, you shouldn't have been talking shit, he should have
God.
been
Hey,
harder,
hey, his widow shall not mourn. His
yeah,
widow shall not mourn.
yeah. And
They're not,
some
Ak.
other Edomite
They're not
walked
gonna
up to
miss him.
check his pulse, and the Edomite girls are like, no, 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 leave him there, just leave him there. He deserves it. He deserves it.
Oh shit. That's the curses.
We're
Those
gonna take
widows shall
all
not
we're
weep.
gonna take all his bitches, bro. We're gonna take all his bitches and make him look a little pretty. And he's gonna be like, he's gonna the whole time in the kingdom, he's gonna be like, oh damn, just his mouth watering, looking at the Edomites, but he's not gonna be able to get any of them.
How's he gonna
They're,
reproduce?
they're gonna be stronger than him, so they're gonna be able to run away, overpower him, beat him down, beat him up, kick him, throw things at him.
It's gonna be like the
They're
this
gonna be in a they're gonna
disabled
be in
the
better shape.
disabled bitches. Hey, the
Yeah,
bitches that are retarded. The only
yeah.
ones they
The
will
only
get.
bitches he gets to reproduce with are the retarded bitches, the ugly bitches.
Yeah.
And you
So
know what?
his kids are gonna come out retarded, all of them.
And you know what? We might just to be mean to Esau, we might take their spirit from them, right, and tie it to a couple women, so that they periodically just have his babies, and he doesn't get to have any sex. It just happens spiritually.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah, and it yeah,
Hey, Esau, you got hell coming.
and he's gonna feel it. He's gonna feel it happen, bro. He's gonna feel it happen, but he's not gonna have any orgasm
Fuck. That's
because
that's terrible.
spiritually it went over there. It went to the women. It didn't go through him. It went through the women. So right when his body goes, it go, and he's gonna
Fuck.
feel, and all he gets to feel is the exhaustion. The oh, oh, that's all he'll feel.
A curse.
Yeah.
That's a curse.
And then a woman, an ugly bitch, will come up and be like, "Hey, I have your baby," and she'll just know it, and he'll know it too. He'll look and be like, "Oh fuck, yeah, it's true."
He'll try to run too. He
Yeah,
won't want to take care of the baby. He'll try to dip.
yeah. And then a miracle will happen. And then a miracle will happen. The handicapped bitch will get legs and she'll chase him down and catch him.
Oh,
And then as soon as
con.
she catches him, she gets paralyzed again.
Cause she's gonna be cursed too.
Yeah. The baby's gonna
All right.
come out cursed too, man. Baby's gonna come out looking like a scaly monster with sharp fucking Leviathan scales. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Job 27:13. This is a portion of a wicked man with Yahweh, and this the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. Verse 24. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread.
Ooh, is that
Verse
a curse?
15.
That's a curse, ain't it?
Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widow shall not weep. Going right to the
Oh,
point.
okay. His his widows, his wives are gonna weep when they're giving babies, because evil will
But they ain't
find
gonna weep. But they ain't gonna weep
Con,
whenever this devil die.
con.
Whenever he go
Hey,
down, they ain't gonna weep. They're
the
gonna be
babies
like,
when Edomites are born, they're gonna be born with sharp hairs that grow on their arms. So it's gonna cut and slice on its way out, just to hurt.
hey, imagine tears. Imagine,
Literal
meditate
tears,
tears.
man. Literal tears.
Imagine, yeah, imagine
Literal
tears. Meditate
bloody
tears.
tears. Cuts and tears.
Meditate
Cuts and
tears.
tears.
This, hey, some brothers are gonna be better at that than others.
Con. What? Better at what?
At meditating tears and others.
Oh, con.
There's some
You just
brothers
gotta,
that
you just gotta
you're
open your
gonna,
mind, man.
yeah, con. It's gonna be like you better. The Edomites are gonna be wishing not to be on that brother's plantation.
Yeah, bro. My plantation's gonna be legendary.
Yeah, I could tell. No, I could tell for real. This shit
Yeah,
gonna be a house of horrors for these devils.
yeah. And the slaves
Straight
that
up.
are good are gonna get it good. Not good,
Con,
good, but they're gonna have fruit and water. And to me, that's good, good, bro. To have the
con,
to have the privilege to get to pick fruit from our trees.
hey, con,
Hey, if you meet the quota, you get 200 pounds. You get 200 pounds an hour of fruit from these trees from the jungle. You can have one fruit an hour.
con. Hey, yo, Locke. I've been on here for a while though, so I'm gonna wrap it up.
Con.
Yeah, wrap it up, and hey, I got shit.
Yeah,
So probably say shalom soon after. All right, shalom, y'all. Want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. All right, hey, stay strong. Endure to the end. Hey, until next. Hey, the times that are coming, it's gonna be rough times. It's gonna be a rough ride. The it's gonna be a bumpy road, but we almost at the destination. Hey, while the 2/3 go to their
con,
final destination.
con, man.
All right, so
Yeah, bro,
hey,
we're almost
so
home. We're almost
we're
home.
almost home. We're almost home. It's just hey, hold on to the Most High Yahweh for dear life. Hold on to those names, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai for dear life, because it's gonna
What
get
else?
real bumpy.
Well, what else we got?
Man.
There ain't
When we
nothing
get
else.
we ain't got nothing else in this hellhole. Nothing
Con.
else.
Yeah.
Like everything is trash here. Everything is wicked here. Like that one precept that goes like everything. Basically, everything is wicked, right?
Like, all the signs show that Babylon is not going to return. So what's the point of taking anything to try to prolong your life in Babylon? I would rather die here. I would rather die right now
And let me get that
than live
precept.
than live
That
another
basically
fucking
sums.
day in Babylon.
Yeah, Kanak. I got a precept though. That
Yeah.
basically fits our mindset or the mindset you're supposed to have in this hellhole. This joke of a queendom.
Con,
1 Esdras 4 and 37. Wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works, and there is no truth in them, and in their unrighteousness also they shall perish. Emphasizing on the first part of that scripture
con,
that everything is wicked here, everything, in one way or another. It's all defiled, one way or another. So yeah, this place is trash. You should want to get the fuck out of here. MLK even called it a burning house.
con. Yeah,
MLK,
he said
MLK,
he said
Martin
heathen
Lucifer
into a
King
burning house.
himself called it a burning house, and he
Con,
regretted integrating you niggas with Esau. And not only is it a burning house, it's also a haunted house, and you're gonna see it full of demons. You're gonna see these demons come out. If you 2/3 that love this place, you're gonna see these demons come out, and they're gonna, hey, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, gonna see these apparitions. Hey, but to the elect out there, the hopeful elect, stay strong. Shalom, we almost out of here. Hey, and Yasharallah, Yasharallah forever, man. Yasharallah forever. Hey, yo, what? Hey, Yasharallah forever.
Sean, con. Yasha Allah forever,
Um,
man.
oh, you gonna show your face or not?
It's dark. That's 3 seconds. Boom. Here we go. Shalom.
I don't see you, Walker.
Oh, I can't see that? Shit. You see me now?
Hold on. Fucking weird.
Time is 4:14 too. Ow.
Yeah, I guess Esau was fucking with the
You can see it
signal.
now?
I see a black screen. A black screen still. Fucking devils, man. Fucking Esau, man. That fucking devil. You going into slavery, Esau. Nothing you do can change that. So fucking get used to the idea. Esau's mad.
Yeah, fucking Esau's technology fucking sucks, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Esau's bitter, man. He's
Yeah.
sad. He's sad. He's crying.
Shit.
Hey, anyways, you know, Esau, you're going into slavery, and Yasharallah forever.
Khan, Yasha Allah. Lawala Miyam.
Gone.